Hey guys, Whim of Women Monsters here, and today I'm going to be drawing the eel from Iron Lung in 10 minutes. So let's go. The first thing you're going to see here is I was working on a very rough sketch before I started my timer because I knew that I was never going to do anything in 10 minutes if I didn't have a sketch first. But I did limit myself to doing a very rough and large scale, or sort of thumbnail style sketch. Now you're probably wondering, why am I trying to do something in 10 minutes? Well, I wanted to challenge myself because one of the problems and one of the things I struggle with so much with starting and finishing new illustrations is that I am very slow. And illustrations a lot of times feel like they take me too long, and I want to challenge myself to see what I could do in a short amount of time. Because at some point, I know there may be opportunities that I would like to pursue that may require me to be a little bit faster than my normal speed. So I thought, hey, I'll set a timer, and maybe that will help me move a little bit faster. Spoiler alert, not really. I kind of forgot about the timer altogether until towards the very end. But that is okay. I think part of that is, I guess I thought the timer would help because I'm pretty sure I have some of the ADHD time blindness issue. But like I said, I sort of just zoned in on the drawing and I looked up and I probably had like a minute left and I'm like, oh, well. But anyway, I'm very excited to finally get this video to you. It's been a bit of a struggle editing it, but I am glad that we are finally here. At the very beginning, or even now, you might think Procreate looks a little weird, which it does because I ended up bouncing up the brightness of the footage because this drawing really was pretty dark, and I wanted you guys to be able to have a slightly better view of what was going on. But yes, uh, this was sort of, I guess, a pretty ambitious thing to attempt to do in 10 minutes, which I didn't really think about till later. But Iron Lung, if you haven't seen it, it's very, very good. And it's definitely boosted my creativity a lot lately. The eel in particular, I really love. When I found out that deadlymelodic from Instagram, that I knew her from, when I heard that she was the concept designer and creature modeler for the movie, I knew that the creature was going to be really good, and I was not disappointed. It's very fun to draw and play around with, even though it's very challenging as well. Okay. I was just watching things pop up on the screen. Yeah, I did end up zooming in on the screen because one thing that I hadn't really thought about until I was editing this video, since this was actually a screen capture rather than a Procreate process like the first 20 or 30 seconds were, where I was doing the thumbnail sketch, is that I tend to zoom in and out a lot. And as close as this is, I was not this close when I was actually working on it. And I found that it was kind of hard to tell what was really going on. So I went ahead and zoomed in. So I do have a reference of the eel up. I use a couple different references as I work on this. She did post some really great images on her Instagram. I will either link or at least write down in the description her username. Definitely go check her work out. It is very good. But yes, so I can't really give many tips on how to do an image in 10 minutes because, as I said, I wouldn't really consider this to be super successful. Now, of course, I guess success is relative. Obviously, I guess it would be pretty silly to expect to really get this to a very polished result in 10 minutes. Because, yeah, I guess actually, originally my plan was I was going to try to attempt to do a drawing in 30 minutes. But then I was like, well, if I start with 10 minutes, 30 minutes will seem like so long. So that is why I started with 10 minutes, which so far I've only done 10 minutes. drawings. I've done 2 of them, this one and another one that I am also going to do a video on. But yeah, I guess 10 minutes is kind of fun because it really is very, very short. Um, and you really have to be cognizant of like if what you're doing is actually going to make a major result, towards having a semi finished piece or, whatever the goal I guess you're going for is. Like, I think that's kind of where I lost the plot on this one, is between not really even paying attention to the timer until the very end, and then also like not really thinking about like, well, what did I really need to do? Like I guess I did sort of try to get the important details in, but I am really slow, and this is real-time footage because normally, well, so far I've probably preferred using the Procreate um, automatic video processes that it makes, just because then I don't have to worry about the whole like, oh, I gotta zoom in and everything because you can't see. Because, like I said, I zoom out a lot, and I try to make this as good of a viewing experience as possible, especially for people like on the phone or whatever. So that's why I wanted to zoom in certain areas. But uh, I lost my thought. Anyway, yeah. Uh, I don't know, but this was interesting. That's what I will say. Like, I definitely think it's got a cool vibe. Because of course the movie itself has a cool vibe. So when you're making fan art of it, I guess it's not too hard to get a cool vibe. You can almost see the eel there under the timer. Uh, but yeah, the funny thing, I guess, about the whole situation is that after I did this 10-minute challenge, um, I guess I wasn't quite feeling satisfied with the time of working on fan art for it. I'm like, well, I'm inspired now. I'm going to go make and do a sketch that I had in mind, composition based on the movie. And so far now, I believe I'm on week 3 of working on that picture, because that has turned into a very much longer than 10 minutes endeavor. Uh, but very satisfying though. It had been a long time since I really dove headfirst into a picture and was working on it as much as I could, which is really what I like. Like, it's hard when you're an artist for so long and having these really long projects like the comic. And then, like I said, I always sort of feel guilty about starting new pieces, especially if they're going to be long and complex pieces, because I know I need to be working on the comic. Um, but I don't know. This one just was very like passion driven. Like I love this movie. Uh, like, I could gush about it, but I'm almost afraid to, because it would. I could say a lot about it. Um, I will probably say more about it when I make videos showing the process of that longer, larger illustration, which I do plan on doing. Because I'll have more time to get into the nitty gritty. But I love this movie. It's pretty much everything that I love about horror and nothing I don't. Because when it comes to movies, I'm very iffy about a lot of horror movies. I don't like slashers. I don't like excessive gore for no reason. Blood doesn't really bother me, not typically anyway. So I guess that was good, considering. But yeah, and like I said, I love this creature design. Definitely up my alley. And I love seeing like the behind the scenes stuff about the movie and everything. It's just definitely, obviously, was a labor of love and a labor of immense creativity from a lot of people, and it's very, very cool. So we are down to the last minute. I'm not even sure how much I've really done, and I think this is about when I was like, oh crap, I'm almost out of time. So I started trying to do some like little lines here and there. Yeah, doing like the little spine ridges, which was in the reference, but you can't really see because it's cropped. And yeah, uh, but It was fun though. It was a lot of fun, and I really want to do more of these. But I right now I'm really trying to buckle down and get that bigger illustration done because I have some other stuff I want to work on. Um, but yeah, uh, I don't know. It's interesting, like going from a 10-minute drawing to a multi-week drawing, but like actually feeling like this multi-week drawing is really like the time has like been spent well. Like I'm really proud of it so far. So, and that is time up. And oh, yeah, I almost forgot. I did end up like spending a couple extra minutes on here at the end, which I just went ahead and sped up. Just because, when you see the timer go off and you're like, oh, but I haven't done this yet. So I did a couple little adjustments, nothing really that major. I wanted to include like the blue eye to sort of contrast with the red because I thought that was really cool. And here in a second, we will see the finished piece. Well, wait. Oh, jump scare. There we go. That is the finished piece, the iron lung eel, in 10 minutes. It was a lot of fun, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And I will be back with another 10-minute drawing very soon, as well as some other fun stuff. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.